We are live here, me and Chong. He's not moving off of this part of the bed, so I'm moving. I can see better this way. I'm gonna see if he'll move over this way a little. All right, come on, Chong. Here, can you move a little over, please? Just a little. All right. I think this is good. And then I don't gotta worry about the camera falling. I'm trying to get a little better here. You don't want to move, and it's okay. it's it's Chong. I do have my cards. They're over here. They're right here. Oh, I'm fine. How are you doing? Me and Chong came back from a walk. I sent the Snapchat over. And I figured that the problem he keeps knocking my phone over is because he wants to be in the stream too, because he hogs up all the other streams. Oh, you're welcome. I got my dog today. He's in rare form. He is cute. I thought he was gonna be a small dog when I got him. It didn't turn out this way, but it's okay. He just requires different kinds of foods. I try to give him. I try to make him a hamburger once in a while with no seasoning. And he's allowed to have. They don't want him to have pork. I guess it's not good for dogs. All right, Chong, let me read this. Okay, I get it. I get it, Chong. This is what I talk about. He always stops me from streaming, so I figure I'd bring him in. All right, thinking of romantic one. Okay, Chong, would you let me? Jeez, would you let me read the comment? Oh, well, have you contacted him? I mean, has he like? Have you had any contact? Chong, would you stop? Maybe we could send Chong over. He could give him a kiss attack. He gives lots of people kisses attacks. Yes and no. Sometimes guys are really weird. I've noticed from being married twice and dating, my years, but I've noticed that guys sometimes that are the most, I guess the ones that are more, they push you aside and they're kind of mean about things. They're usually angry and they take things out a different way. Well, yeah, I've had the current husband for 4 months was a complete asshole to me before we got married, and we got back together and talked things out. But he wasn't always the nicest. But it turned out he loved me, so that's why I say maybe just try to play it out. But I'll still do a reading. I think Chong will let me put 3 cards out. I don't know. I figured this way he won't knock over the phone at everyone. Maybe he could start doing tarot readings. I don't know. Maybe I'll teach him how to do that. Maybe he's giving his energy. This is probably the best idea I ever came from. Yeah, I don't know. My sister always says he's an angel pup, and I don't see it, but I guess she says he has a white aura around him. And she says the building we're at has this huge, gigantic white aura, and she does see like a lot of light things, but I don't know. I thought she was crazy and she smoked too much weed. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want me to. All right, it's Nick Wens. Did I spell the? I mean, did I pronounce that right? Nick Wens. Well, Nick Wens, happy birthday, and I am so sorry if I mispronounced your name because I sometimes like all these different things, and I don't know if I say things properly, especially with these last names. Sometimes these last names really just about kill me. But going on this romantic situation, what I think we should go about what you should expect and what path he's on. I think that would be the more operative question to probably solve a lot of answers than going home and going crazy and eating too much chocolate, I guess. I would presume. Right now, he's in a fixed moon, and that's his permanent path. And he has two tests ahead of him. The one test, and is it one path that he has complete, is the new moon in Virgo. And he has to learn to give unconditionally. And I guess this is a problem with him not giving unconditionally. And then his other path that he has to learn before he can even move to off a fixed moon is new moon Aquarius, where he has to learn how to accept love. So I don't know if I would count him out, but if he's kind of being nasty, I would check him. I would be like, hey, I'm not putting up with this. And if you have to, just go a couple months and act like you're happy. Don't let him know you're sad at all. Because when they think you're sad, then they think they won. And that's what I would do and see how that goes and be interested but not pushy and let him come to you. Because I don't feel it's going to play out because he's going to be really flustered being put through two tests at one time that are kind of emotional. So that's what I'm picking up from that. So he's probably going to be an asshole for the next couple months, pretty much. But he does love you. He's just being an asshole. But aren't men usually assholes? I mean, I'm an asshole sometimes, but not as much as some men that I know. And a happy birthday again to Nick Gears, I think. And you're probably never going to ask me to say it again because I mispronounced your name so bad. But this is the first time I ever did this. Okay. Where's this other reading? Alright. Reading for. Alright. Okay, well, what kind of reading do you want, Monk? I mean, do you want. I mean, there's a lot of different kind of paths one goes through. So, or what you want to ask about, because there's a lot of different areas in your life that you deal with at one time. Oh, you're taking a nap now. Okay, he's exhausted from tarot card reading over here. Now he's just napping. I guess running after the rabbit and stuff kind of tired him out. Well, he would found three trees and then finally peed. This is my life. Oh, see, I knew I pronounced that wrong. Oh, Cheers or Cheers. See, I'm really bad. This is why I give everybody a nickname. So I'm just gonna call you my friend Nick. I think that'll just solve all these problems because I'm horrible at pronouncing last names, which is terrible because I'm a writer and I can't pronounce some last names. I should be able to do this, but I'm not perfect. But I did get a poem out the other day. I'm not going to try to be lazy today. Today I'm going to think of a poem, another one. But I want to make a scary poem because I miss Halloween. And these kind of things make me happy, so I hope you guys like scary stuff. I love it. It's like some of my favorite art. I love it. So I like the new Mushroom Head album. They have a song for like from the Evil Dead, with the Book of the Dead, when the really cool part when the monsters came out and then all the people died in the cabin. And they had a whole music video where their song was like the movie, and it was awesome. I don't know what kind of red tape they had to go to get that, but wow, it was good. And I do enjoy things like this. All right, Liz. Well, hello, Liz, my friend. All right, I will view your love life, your love path. You must be bored over up in that house with Tim. I would think he would be more entertaining, playing his video games and all that. I'm sorry, my throat's killing me today. All right, I got a full. You're in a full moon with Libra, which is good, Liz, because your love path is pretty much is going to be a win-win. And you also, to do this, it's calling for a full moon in Pisces where you balance your spirituality and all your practical means. So I pretty much, it's just saying figure out what you want, actually truly want. And then you got a new moon in Gemini for your other thing they want you to do. And this just means communication. You're going to have choices, it's saying. So I'm saying maybe a couple months and an operable choice will appear. That's what I'm seeing, Miss Liz. So maybe you're with the person now, and in a little bit, they come. Or, they come to wanting a relationship later. Sometimes this happens. Because I know the kind of relationships you have sometimes. So maybe this one's just going to keep building for you. And it's okay. We don't judge here. Because we're all friends over here. What did What did Keegan say Steven steals? I don't even know about to answer that question. I mean, I can tell you what path people are on and stuff, but I can't tell you what they're thinking. I can tell you about the situation, but I can't go in people's thoughts. Maybe just rephrase that. Oh, is he going to be mean with you again? I feel that he will until he, I guess, starts getting things together in his head. But I feel that he's a very stubborn person and he has never got a thought together in his head. So That's what I'm picking up from the situation. I think he'll be testy. Maybe take it slow, like I did when me and Rob got back together. And I feel if you take it slow, it'll be a lot better for you. So, but I think you guys will be okay. But he's just gonna be a really hard person to crack. But if you really love the person and they're worth it to you, why not? That's what I say. I mean, Rob, he could be a stubborn asshole, but he's my stubborn asshole, and we understand each other now. Sometimes it takes extreme trauma to bring a new start. That's how it happened with Rob. I had extreme trauma from one relationship going to another, and I got somebody. So there's something to say for extreme trauma. That I will say, and it does bring people together or drives them apart. And I've heard it my whole life, but I've actually witnessed it, and it is a true phenomenon. And death is the other thing that drives people together. That's the other big one. Oh, you're funny. Okay, I don't think anybody could actually tell anybody about Mega Millions, but you're hilarious. How does. Alright, here we go. You want to know how somebody feels about you. How does Metha feel about me? Alright, let me see here. I guess more operable would be finding out what path she's on, because with love it can get very chaotic. Love could be, when you pick up love, sometimes if they're angry it comes off as hate. That's the only thing. Or but I will see what her path is. She's in a new moon in Capricorn. She's trying to better herself, honestly. She's going through a period of self and renewal, I guess you could say. And she's right in the middle of two tests, South Node. And when you're in South Node, there's something in your past you just gotta let go and accept. So she got some skeletons that's bothering her that she had no control of, that she just has to let go, which is hard. And and her other test is New Moon Sagittarius, but this is good because she's still going to stay in New Moon Capricorn and she got a luck card. I feel that if you're confused about her feelings towards you, I feel it's because she's in this period of just spiritual and a lot of practical involvement with trying to find out who she is. And sometimes, you go through these periods a couple times in your life. I feel if you just kind of try to, I guess, stick around and maybe take it slow, I feel you'll have way better results. Because I've been down this path, and when people bother you when you're down this path and they try to be right up in your face about stuff when you have other issues on your mind, sometimes you just don't want to be bothered. So I think you'll be okay. But like I said, don't take things personally when people are trying to find themselves, I guess you could say. Because finding yourself is hard and sticking around. Well, that's good. I feel it'll work out if you take it slow. Things that are going to last, my mother used to always say this, and it's the best saying. Things that are going to last take longer to acquire. So if you get something really quick, in, it's just going to fall apart. But if it comes slow, they find her. Well, I mean, there's no. You can do things and you can date a person if you find her cute. If she finds you cute, there's no harm in that. Just don't be pushy with things. And if you guys end up sleeping together, I'm just saying, just kind of let her come to you, so she don't feel so pressured, and just don't date anyone else. And then if it comes up, be like, I don't have no reason to date no one else, and I think it'll fall in your lap. Sometimes sex comes first. Sometimes it comes last. Depends on the person. But I feel there's going to be sex. I do feel there's going to be some kind of physical thing. But I don't feel that she's the kind of person. She's a good person. She really doesn't want to. Oh, you're welcome. I feel like she's not. It doesn't want to cheat, and it takes a lot for her to have sex. So if you do get to that point, I think that you will have a relationship, and I do see it eventually. But she's shy. I don't. She's shy because of. I think it's just because she hasn't been with a lot of people. If that makes you feel any better. So, and those kind of people might take a little longer. And once they see that you're doing good, they'll go a little further. Well, yeah, I know the feeling. I am too. I don't. I have not been with that many people. I know I know how she. I know how she feels is how I feel. So, are you one of my kids asking me a question? Is this Zach or Brandon? But you're welcome, and you could come back for any more advice about this relationship because I can pick up on her energy good because I suffer with this and I can focus in on hers pretty good. Current feelings of R for me. All right, who is this R? Is this R a person you're crushing on, a husband, or somebody? I mean, there's a lot of. I guess you want to. I would want to say there's a lot of different angles you could ask a question, and because I pick up intentions and stuff. All right, so you have feelings for your friend, and do you want to know his path of you and him being together romantically? Because I think that would be the more precise question, but I don't know. Is that where you're kind of angling at? Because I can get a better accurate reading if I kind of knew what your tension was. Okay, so I could do a pathway, a current pathway for that, and see just where it is. Oh, you're in a new moon in Capricorn too. All right, your relationship with this person is in a new moon in Capricorn. And this just means there's time or work invested. That's all kind of this means. And the circumstances and test around it is actually good. You had a new moon in Sagittarius, which it means there's going to be luck. Something's going to happen to kind of push this person towards, I don't know, thinking about a relationship. But it's not going to be you, it's going to be an outside thing. That's what I'm picking up there. And then the other test of this relationship is a full moon, which means for your friend to actually say that they want to be with you, which is probably going to be the harder part. So I feel like there's going to be some traumatic event emotionally that's going to go on that's going to trigger something where they get a little closer. Somebody's going to hurt their feelings, pretty much. And then they have to admit that they like you. I feel this person that's going to hurt their feelings is somebody that they may have thought they could be with and it was made final. And it was, or something like that. That makes sense. In a week, I feel it's going to stagger more than a week, but I feel you'll get a phone call. But it's somebody that really, it's a male that's very hurtful to him. So I don't know. I'm just picking up this. I don't even think it's an ex. I think it might be even family related or something. I'm feeling family related too is like a bigger issue. So I feel that you're going to get a phone call about that. I feel it'll be about a week, maybe two, maybe a little over a week. But maybe this person was meant to hurt his feelings to put him in perspective. I don't know. Sometimes the universe does this when you're not doing the right thing and they feel that you could be motivated in your path. They're sneaky. So you can ask a question. I'm through with that reading. I didn't know it was popular these days. I'm very excited. And I think this is like my first bigger stream. So I've been trying. And my writer's block finally went away. So I've been actually able to get some good poems in my head. And I actually don't have, I do have to work tomorrow, but I know I'm going to probably be someone's assistant. So that's like, it takes more stress off of me. Uh, I don't pick up those kind of numbers. I mean, there's that whole free will thing and everything, and it's hard. I want to say it could be seven, but it could be 10 or 15 too. So it's not going to be too long though. But it's hard to predict all that. But at least he's coming. I mean, in 2 weeks, you can get a class going or whatever. Or you could be walking down the park, walk your, or what, go dog walking. All right. Well, I'm not going to be able to tell you precise dates like that. I can't. All right. Does Oh, hello, Pabjor? I probably pronounced your name wrong too. Does Sahib have feelings for me? I'm confused, but he never gave me clarity. So I will see what his feelings are towards you. Well, we might as well just check his path, actually. That would probably be the easiest thing to do because lots of people's pathways change with the different courses of the moon, too. So these things happen. That's why the universe is always a mystery. Alright, he's in a new moon in Cancer. Right now, he's just focused on himself and his loved ones. I feel it. He just kind of stuck in this family mode. And then he got a new moon in Leo for one of his tests, and this is to get a little confidence so he can get a little more success, which makes sense. You need more confidence to be successful. And then he got a full moon in Scorpio. He's like really angry about something, and you don't know how to let it go. I feel he loves you, but he got this other situation with his people he's looking after too. So I feel if you hang in there and maybe give him a chance to sort out his feelings, it could. Oh, thanks. I feel like it could be beneficial to him, but I don't think it's going to happen overnight because he got a lot of emotional issues. I picked up a lot of grief and heartache over something. I don't know. It was just a lot of heartache. I don't know if it was from someone that passed or something. It was very strong. It could be heartbreak from love. Kind of feels the same way as if you lost somebody in death. So, but I don't feel it was death. I think he's sad about somebody that passed away a long time ago that he misses, but I feel that he's just sad about other stuff that he lost. I feel he's gonna come back in his own time. He got a lot of he got a lot of sadness surrounding him. I mean, I just feel just a lot. Maybe he's just. I mean, when men go through emotional issues, they don't cry. So sometimes they just got to get through things in their own way. From what I understand about men, and sometimes they, since they're not crying, they get angry. So I think he's in this phase, but you will see him again. I do feel that, but it's going to be after he figured a couple things out. So I would give him time just to figure a couple things out and then maybe try to be his friend. And I feel that you'll have better results. because that's a lot of heartache I picked up. And I've been there before. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. You want to know about your feelings of your best friend. So you want to know if your best friend. Oh, then he's coming back. If he had did, I've not talked to people for a month after having an argument with them sometimes. But if you were with him, he's not gonna stay gone that long. I wouldn't worry about it. People argue all the time. If you don't argue, that means you don't love each other. When you see that couple that never argues and they're never calling each other assholes, it's because they really don't like each other and they're just being polite. So sometimes arguing's good. You get your points out, and when you make up, you really make up, and I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, it's a healthy thing. I know people frown upon it, but it is healthy. It's just I guess it's how you take it and what level. Because if you get mad and someone calls you a bitch or the C word or this or that, and then you call them an asshole and this and that, and you walk off, as long as you're not cheating on that person or getting people's numbers and stuff on the way home, it's not a big deal. I mean, said some terrible things I didn't mean to Rob, and it is what it is. So I would just let it go, and you just gotta sometimes do that because relationships take effort. They have time. They take time, and sometimes they're not the easiest to maintain. That I really can say this after being married 12 years and now remarried for going on 11. So it does take time, and I tried all my hardest on the first one, but I couldn't take the drinking. He wasn't a fun drunk. He was an angry drunk. He just now kicked the habit, but it's like what are you supposed to do 10 years later? It is what it is. But, alright, let me get to your reading. I'm doing all this blabbing. I'm trying to get used to this different kind of streaming here, where you actually read questions. Vlogging was easier. This is all I got to say. When I was just vlogging a dog walk, saying, "Oh my God, look, there was a deer," that was an easy time. But I'm getting used to it. All right, all right. I got you reading. What is it? K. All right, I got you reading now. All right, all right. Your best friend's feelings for you. Your best friend is in a new moon in Aries, and I guess your friend's been stalling a lot of things. Let's just put it that way. This friend has just kind of left everybody without answers. Not in a bad way. Just kind of just living their life. And the two things that, since they're being stagnant and they're not taking action, they have to do some. They got a new moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is always about love. There's love around you that you're supposed to be migrating towards or things like that. So that's one path they're supposed to be going down. And they got a north node. They're not stuck in north node, so that's good. And that's pretty much where you got to step out of your comfort zone. So pretty much your friend got a reading of to go tell somebody they love them. So I would say your friend does have strong feelings of love towards you. I do pick that up. I don't feel any despair. I don't feel any hurt. I don't feel any unhappiness. So I want to say that I believe your friend does care about you. But it's only the first stage of love, though. There's four. So try to be good with the first stage of love because when you get to the second, third, and fourth stage, it'll get a lot easier. It's the building blocks of a relationship. So, I mean, he got free will. I mean, if he cares about you, it's his destiny to write. I mean, once you guys kind of get together and do stuff, I could see what path he moves to, but I can't know what he would choose himself. Because I don't even think God knows these answers. That's why sometimes they get mad about the things, and this is why there's karma. Because I don't even think he controls what anybody does. So hopefully he does good things. If not, you could come back and ask what path he decided to put himself into. Oh well, hello, new sub. Maybe I can actually pronounce your name. Said Amari? Did I actually pronounce your name right? Because I'm horrible at pronouncing names. And my dog's sleeping on the job. I think usually he wants to do 2 walks a day, but today I think the 80-degree weather took him out. I'm really good today because I did not have to go to work. But tomorrow I'm being pulled in another part of the building, so even though I got to go to work, I still probably will have fun. Sade like the singer. Is it Sadie? Well, no, that'd be IE. Okay, alright. Are you a singer? Because that's a hard job, being a singer. Yeah, you can ask the question. I had a lady from the tarot card channel do a reading, and then I guess I'm getting popular over here. I'm just out to have fun, but yeah, I can do a path on your question. But you do like singing. Aiming. Oh, singing. Okay. I like singing too, but the nuns told me that God likes every voice, but they would never give me a solo. So, what's coming towards me, whatever spirit has for me, I can. I can do a pathway, and where they have you, we could do that because they do have like different paths for people they have set. We could see here. Hopefully, it's not a bad one. Oh, this is a good path that you're on. They're pretty much showing me you got a new moon is the path they have you on, which is really good. A new moon literally means new starts, and they're usually positive starts too. But they want you to do two things before your new start. They want you got the full moon in Pisces. They want you to balance your spirituality and practicality, and I guess not sounding too mystical, which I feel sometimes people get confused. They just want you to not lose your niceness and try to be kind and maybe cut back on money. So that's why I'm picking up, because spirituality is that, and you got a mutual moon, which is good. It's just a sign that says nothing is set in stone. And then once you kind of like do that balance, there's going to be some kind of opportunity that comes along, and then you'll have a new start. But that's what I picked up. That's the word the spirits are kind of doing with you at this moment. I guess because you're a good person, they do this to good people. They try to put them on better paths, because if they are already good people, they don't have to worry about busting down an ego and everything else. So, it is true. If you have an ego, they don't go easy on these paths sometimes. That's why I would never have an ego. I don't believe in egos. I believe that everybody's equal, because spirits don't like when you think you're better than other people. And they tend to not, they mess with your finances sometimes. And they will. Just because they can at times. But you're a good person, and I feel that you're going to be good. And if you want, after you're through with this little path, if you want to see what other path they have you on, you could ask. I mean, sometimes they're a tough bunch of people to deal with, but they're all around us, and I guess they got good intentions for us. But they don't want us acting like assholes, apparently. And I guess I can understand that. Good. If you got all your positive energy for today, that means you're on a positive path. Some people are on, like, if you're in a north node, it's not as it, none of them are horrible. So, none of the paths are horrible, but some of them, they want more out of you than others. But if you got an ego, that's what they take down first. The best thing to do is just lose your ego. And the universe will give you a lot of gifts. They don't like the super ego, they hate it. And it's kind of an ugly thing to have. So, but you don't have that, and I sense you don't have any bad energy. So, I perceive love and money in your future. Okay, may I get messages for my love life in the future? I can do a pathway on your love life, whatever path they got you on, because I'm not in charge of this stuff. I just sometimes could pick up on paths, and that's it. And they do like to play with people. They're tricksters sometimes. They have you in your love situation in a new moon Aquarius. So this is good. This means they like you. To put somebody in this path means they're in good karma. You don't want to. Some people that aren't in good karma really got to work their way out of a path, trust me. And they want you, they want you to, they put you another path they want you to kind of go through. And then that's a new moon Aries. It's pretty much they want you, instead of just having the same old routine, they want you to step out of your comfort zone and do something you want to do, and do something you wouldn't normally do. So, and it's a fire sign, which I'm an Aries, so. And then you have a North Node over here. They want you to step out of your comfort zone. I guess they want you to be less depressed and start doing things I'm picking up that make you not so depressed, and to be more positive. And I guess they want you to just learn to love yourself, and then it's coming into the situation. But I feel that's the holdup. You got some anxiety and stuff going on, and that doesn't mean it's going to take months. The person might already be around, and once you start doing these events they want you to do, they get drawn to you like a magnet. Because if you're meant to be with somebody, they will be drawn to you like a magnet. Trust me, I've tried to run from people and they get somehow wheeled back. The current husband, no matter what, somehow we always got back. This is how the universe goes. If they want you to be with someone for a reason, or they feel that that's what you need, they are going to keep pushing you and pushing you. It can get very annoying at times, trust me. But this is how the universe runs. And I hope I was of help to you. Because all I can report to you is what I see, what they have in store for you. For me, they want me to spread awareness and help people. I already know that's the path I'm on. So that's why I'm here. I'm here literally just to try to promote positiveness and help people out. And literally, that's the reason they want me here. And I'm okay with it because I like doing that kind of thing. And to be honest, I would be sitting here. Oh, you're welcome. I'd be sitting here bored to death, probably watching, trying to find, after watching too many science things, trying to find some music, wondering when the husband's getting home from the kitchen. So I guess it gives me something to do, and the universe must think that I'm too bored since I cut down hours at work. So this is how these this is how things like this play out at certain times in your life. And sometimes, yeah, I don't care. You can have as many as you want. I don't charge. If priests don't charge, they're not supposed to charge. I said this last stream. They do charge, Catholic priests, but I don't feel people that have any kind of insight or clergy should not charge for things like this. But I have strong principles about it. Can I ask pathway for my current relationship in near future? Yeah, we can see what comes there, because when I was telling the one psychic that comes on here, with that James Webb telescope, they have multiple. They have it. They actually say there's multi universes now, and certain people have certain things where they can pick up signals more than other people. And I think that's where your psychics and people that were really sick and got better, or just their brains are geared, I think that's where they pick up these things. She says I do a good job, but I think it's because I pick up the signal. So I'm thinking it's to quantum physics. It's a very interesting study, though. But your current relationship status, they're saying, is in full moon in Sagittarius for the person that you're getting. And their path here is they're looking at the glass half I'm trying to think of the exact saying my mom used to say all the time, and I used to like it better. It's saying there some people see the glass as half full, but it's half empty. I think you've heard that from your mom. My mom, like, you only see the glass as half empty. You got to fill the other half. So that's where this person's at. They just got to look at a bigger picture of the world. They're isolated and self-absorbed right now. Who's supposed to be with you? And they want this person to go into a new moon in Aries where they take action and do something because they're in a stagnant period where they're doing nothing. And the universe hates when we do nothing. They hate it. But eventually they want that person also that's has to go through a new moon Aquarius. Well, they're going to have to admit they like somebody. So that's what I could tell you about this person. And I see them as really nice, but they're very confused. And I feel that you've been around this person, but they're just really confused and stuff. So that's what I'm getting on this person. But I do feel you know this person, maybe not, I don't know, like on an everyday, but you do know this person. And through it's like a person through a person type thing. That's what I call them. You know them, but you don't know them. Oh, you're welcome. Call me back over here. This is my telephone now to let me know if it actually helped out and all that. I don't know why I keep saying that. All right, yeah. Call me to let me know if it's bad or good or whatever. I mean, I just got. I mean, I just kind of do this to try to help people out, but I'm not the end all. But I'm feeling you know this person. And it's a casual person, casual contact. So, but I do, like I said, I feel he's a good person. I really do. So, I don't like to think bad of people. That's why I'm saying he's confused. Sometimes if people are confused, they get grouchy. And when people get grouchy, sometimes they yell. I mean, he hasn't, but I can't tell until he actually does something because he does have free will. He's just kind of just sitting there doing nothing. And he can't get out of that circle till he does something. It has to either be positive or negative, but he has to do something to get out of the circle or he's just stuck. All right. Yeah, I don't care. It's not like I'm performing brain surgery over here. He is confused. See him taking any action in the future. Alright. We'll see what past for the future action they see. Alright, for the future path, he's going in a new moon in Sagittarius, which is a good one. It's luck. So he is getting the luck card, but he has two choices. He got a cardinal moon to pretty much they want him to make the first move and have some confidence. And then he also got a full moon in Libra. And this just like it equals out a win. So I do feel they want you guys together. They're just trying to make him realize it so there's less conflict. Because your spirit guides want you to be happy, which would be your dead relatives, pretty much. And they do watch over you. I feel you have a couple, especially a grandmother. I feel she was very close to you. Because when people die, they are allowed to check on Nana. So I feel your grandmother would be happy. Oh, you're welcome. I'll tell your grandmother hello. Because that's who I got that answer from, was your grandma. Oh, can I ask the card? You want to know if Carlos loves or hates you? Oh, she did. Well, she's watching over you. I think she's going to hang around till you die. Sometimes they do this. I don't know, maybe you and other people. I don't know. She got a list. That's all I know. And spirits are allowed to do this. So I don't know if pray to her or just, I don't know, in a quiet place. I would go in a quiet place in my room. And since you're obviously not able to talk to the dead, I would start praying and ask God if He can help you send a message to your grandmother. And if you do it while you're praying, it goes through. I do know that. I was told to tell you this. So, and it was supposed to be some simple prayer that you guys did when you were younger. Something like that. Her favorite prayer. If you think of her and you say her favorite prayer, you'll be able to get through to her. And these are how people get through to death. Because God's in charge of life, and obviously, if you want to call him the devil or whatever, someone's in charge of death. But you pray to the person in charge of life if you want to talk to that person or get a message. You might not be able to hear them, but they can hear you. It kind of sucks, but it's like a one-way radar thing. So, but at least I relayed that message for you, and that never's happened in the stream before. Generally, family members don't come through, but she seems very nice and excited. So, all right. All right, I don't know what happened, Shakira, but your message got restricted. I don't know what happened. Maybe they didn't like the question. Yeah, you can have a general. I can give you a general reading. All right. You right now are in a new moon in Gemini in your path. And you have two paths to cross through to get to another one. And the new moon in Gemini just means it's a communication card. I mean, I know they say Geminis are crazy and two faced and have tempers and all this and that, but it's not always true. It's just communication. So you're just literally, and that's not a bad path to be in. And you dig at a new moon in Virgo, where this is a time to have faith and maybe have a little more charity type thing. Maybe start donating some stuff, be nicer to a bunch of people and stuff like that. Just to kind of keep your positive energy, however way you want to do it. I mean, everybody picks what they want to do, what they're good at. And then you go through to a full moon in Pisces. And this you're going to balance your inner you and your practical. And pretty much it's saying just kind of find out what you want and maybe write down a practical budget for things. And I do see love does come, but it's going to be later on after you pretty much balanced all your finances and stuff. And I do feel that there will be another opportunity where you get on your feet and stuff. I am saying you get on your feet. So I think it's a pretty good general reading. I mean, everybody's getting on their feet these days. So, okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a rekindling then. I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad path you're on. It's kind of a happy path. I mean, I think I'm on the same damn path, honestly. I mean, I'm balancing my budget and stuff. I think we're all in this path. I mean, love comes when it comes, just because I don't even try to explain things in my life. It just, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I mean, I hope you guys have a good relationship. But I do see good things for you, but I feel it's budgeting and just, things like that. Maybe it means you're going to go further in the relationship. I mean, you never know. Oh, well, that's good. A BF, that's. Oh no, friends with benefits is something else. I'm starting to learn that. All right, hang on. All right, well, I hope I was helpful. I really do. I mean, I'm gonna go to Carlos in a minute. I promise. Sometimes when you're reading into the future, sometimes things are renewal, sometimes they're not. But at least you're not in a bad path. I mean, honestly, just watching, it doesn't say you're going to lose money. So you're going to keep the money you have, which is good. But let me know if I was helpful or not. I try. I wish there was a training program where you could like explain things more eloquently, but I was isolated in school for a long time. So I guess I go towards that. All right, let me see what's about this Carlos here. Carlos is now in a new moon in Cancer. He's very angry. I'm picking that up. They want him to go in a pretty much. I got a full moon in Scorpio because he's angry about a lot of things, and they want him to release his negative thoughts. And there's a whole lot. Somebody must have made him mad. And then he got a super moon also, where he's overly emotional and they're all hitting him at once. He's mad, sad, and angry. And I don't know, maybe mad and angry is the same kind of thing. But I don't, at this point, I feel he cares, but he's so overwhelmed with a bunch of stuff. I feel it's family related and friend related also. Maybe give him time to try to figure out what is going on in his life because he looks like he got a lot going on. I don't know if I could deal with that much stuff he got going on in his life. I'm gonna have to pray for him. He got a lot of chaotic energy. So I don't think he hates you, but he's just hateful of the world. If that makes any damn sense. Some people are so hateful of the world they hate everybody around them. I mean, when I dislike something or get in a mood, I still like the people around me because I feel it's nice. But yeah, visit me anytime when I'm over here. I mean, I just try to do something and talk to somebody until the husband gets home. All my friends work too much. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you coming over and conversating with me. It gets lonely sometimes when you're in the bottom of YouTube. Oh, he drinks. Does he drink too much, like alcoholic status? I mean, that can make somebody angry. It made my ex husband very angry all the time. He was ready to fight Mike Tyson all the damn time when he drank, so that could be a problem. I mean, me and him got separated after 12 years, and even though we went to counsel and everything, the spirits just found a way to separate us no matter what I did, so. And then somehow I got blamed. It wasn't my fault. I did not date anybody for a long time after this. Years. And somehow I got blamed, but I don't know. The drinking probably is the problem. He makes me problems. Yeah, drinking will do it. I mean, I love my ex husband dearly, but the drinking kind of killed it. At first, it was okay. Then we hit the 8 and 9, 10, toward going towards 10 years, and it got uglier. So, and I think the husband's home now. He's gonna blow all kinds of music that YouTube will get me pretty much shut down. But at least I got time to talk to you guys before he got home. But keep in touch. I like to have company over here. Other than that, I gotta have to be knitting some blanket, trying to figure out how I'm gonna sew it together. So at least it gives me company. But he's migrating in here. He got a phone call too. He's always on the phone. He has lots of friends. And then he does his streaming and stuff.
What's up, Chong?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, well, definitely, I'm gonna probably at least do one of these streams tomorrow. I don't know if I got the energy for an hour dog walk because
What's up, Chong?
I'm not this athletic. I can't do it today. He almost killed me. So I'll probably do one of these streams, and we'll go on a shorter walk. But yeah, you know, yeah, your sub. I know you got a subscription, so you'll see when I pop up. And sometimes I try to do Snapchats, and I drop them a little bit before I do, and I share my Snapchat over here. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I do anyways. I do my Instagram ones over here too. I do a lot of them and I just share them over. I know they're getting copywritten, but they're for my page over there, so I don't know if it matters. But when I do those, because I'm going to start doing a Snapchat a day before I do my evening stream. And if you get alerts on that, generally like in a half hour, an hour after I do the evening Snapchat, I'll probably be on. I tried to talk to Chong to find out what the hell he's gonna do so I could chat so I can stream. This is generally how this goes in my house. My dog lets me know when I can start streaming. And I don't know, he'll probably be in the stream tomorrow too, but I'll see you guys and thank you so much for the good time. And I feel like I went out and I had fun somewhere. So thank you for the good time and I'll talk to you tomorrow.